Spoilers ahead. Watch out, and take care. The movie begins in 1983, when, amidst growing unrest, South Korean students rally at the Grand Hotel Washington, demanding the removal of their dictator-like president in favor of democracy. Foreign Unit Chief, Park, and Domestic Intelligence Chief, Kim, fiercely protect the president. Kang, a journalist, seeks insight from Park, aided by his assistant, Bang. Simultaneously, Intelligence Director Kang meets with the CIA's East Asia Director, who accuses the South Korean president of suppressing dissent, fueling student protests. Just as the president is en route to the Grand Hotel, the CIA uncovers a plot to assassinate him, prompting a frantic pursuit of the sniper. As the president's car halts, alert to the danger, the snipers attempt to flee their position in a nearby theater, triggering a dramatic chase into a concert hall, where gunfire erupts. Kim and Park split up to confront the assailants, with Park sustaining injuries in the chaos, but relentlessly pursuing the sniper. In a tense showdown, Park finds himself at the mercy of the sniper, only for Kim to arrive just in time, neutralizing the threat. Back in South Korea, the confrontation sparks widespread protests, and is met with brutal suppression by the authorities, escalating the tensions gripping the nation. The gatekeeper, nurtured and safeguarded by Park, reveals herself as no ordinary individual when she allows the entry of Jo Yoo-jung, accompanied by fellow students. Concerned about Jo's association with the students, Park warns her against involvement with them. The next day, Park and Kim receive a summons from Director Kang, who alerts them to the presence of a spy, codenamed Dong Lim, operating within their ranks. Director Kang's suspicions are heightened by the comprehensive intelligence gathered on the president's activities. To unravel the mystery, Director Kang enlists them to collaborate on the investigation. Furthermore, Kang reveals that the mastermind behind the unrest in Washington has been apprehended, a professor. Kim is tasked with interrogating the professor, as Kang suspects him of being Dong Lim, the leader of North Korean espionage. With a formal agreement in place for cooperation, Kim subjects the professor to intense questioning and physical coercion. However, the professor maintains his innocence, vehemently denying any association with Dong Lim. Meanwhile, a bicyclist arrives at a laundry shop, meticulously matching shirt seams to a hidden code. He is revealed as a messenger from Dong Lim, carrying crucial information for North Korea's top leader. In a more personal moment, Kim extends an invitation to Park to dine at his home, where Kim's wife warmly welcomes them. Initially believing Park to be a close colleague, she is shocked to learn that Kim had subjected Park to a brutal interrogation, leaving lasting physical effects. Soon, Park receives news of Professor Pai and his family's imminent defection from North Korea. They offer vital information about Dong Lim, including nuclear reactor blueprints and research materials. However, this leaks to Dong Lim, leading to the tragic deaths of other asylum seekers from North Korea and Japan. Prepared to aid Professor Pai's escape, Park and his team gear up for the operation. Yet, a heated debate erupts between Park and Agent Yang, who is under pressure from Director Kang to swiftly uncover Dong Lim's identity for a promotion. Ultimately, Professor Pai reveals Dong Lim's identity to Agent Yang, who moves to open the car door, only to be captured by North Korean intelligence. After the failed operation, Park confronts Director Kang back in South Korea. Furious at Kang's conflicting orders, which led to the loss of lives, he demands Kang's resignation. Threatening to expose Kang's corruption to the president, he forces the director's hand, determined to hold someone accountable for the disastrous outcome. Jo defies Park's ban on drinking, and finds herself inebriated at a cafe. Amidst the chaos of her intoxication, Park is transported back to a haunting memory from his past. He recalls a time when he and his partner were on a covert mission, lurking in the shadows. Their cover was blown, gunfire erupted, and tragically, his partner was fatally wounded. In his friend's dying moments, he revealed a startling truth, that his mission was to surveil Park, and upon his death, another would take his place. At the funeral of his fallen comrade, Jo arrives, revealing herself as the daughter of Park's late colleague. Touched by her connection to his past, Park decides to take her under his wing, adopting her as his own. The unfolding drama takes a new turn with the replacement of Director Kang by the new director, Director On. Following the high-profile case involving Professor Pai, Director On assigns Kim the task of investigating all intelligence agents involved, including Park. Seeking to defend his men, Park confronts Kim, urging him to release his subordinates. However, their discussion is cut short by the blaring sirens, indicating a breach of South Korean airspace by a North Korean fighter jet. Upon capturing the pilot, Kim interrogates him, and discovers a paper containing a secret code translation. The pilot cryptically hints at the presence of a spy among them, adding to the mounting tension. Director On seizes the opportunity to order Park to investigate Kim and his team, fearing a potential breach if the spy is within their closest circle. With a tight deadline of 48 hours to unveil the passcode and apprehend the North Korean spies, especially the elusive Dong Lim, the team dives into action. Utilizing the decoded secret code, they uncover a hidden arms cache, leading them to identify a spy named Chun Bo-san. Kim orchestrates a reconnaissance and ambush at a clandestine laundry house, resulting in a fierce gun battle and a shocking explosion. Despite the devastation, it becomes apparent that Bo-san survived the encounter, escaping to rendezvous with a mysterious woman. Bo-san hands the woman a brown envelope containing vital information. Swiftly, the woman dispatches the message to North Korea, setting off a chain of events that could have far-reaching consequences. As tensions escalate and the hunt for Dong Lim intensifies, Park and his team are thrust into a dangerous game of espionage and betrayal. Meanwhile, the assistant to Park delivers a troubling report on his investigation into Kim. Suspicions swirl around Kim's alleged involvement in financial irregularities, particularly his ties to a military arms supply company known as Jupiter Corporation. It is revealed that the CEO of Jupiter is an old army acquaintance of Kim, deepening the shadow of mutual suspicion between Kim and Park. In a decisive move, Park takes action and apprehends the CEO of Jupiter, hoping to unravel the tangled web of deceit and espionage. Meanwhile, Kim scrutinizes the scraps of paper recovered from the laundry house, carefully examining the cryptic writings. His assistant, however, reports troubling developments: Park's investigation into the Jupiter Corporation boss. This prompts Kim to suspect that Park might be using the situation to divert attention away from the true identity of Dong Lim's agent. As tensions escalate, Kim's assistant takes Park's car to a restaurant, where an unexpected confrontation unfolds. Jo, seeking the release of her arrested friends, pleads with Park, only to be rebuffed. Unbeknownst to them, Kim overhears their conversation, and swiftly moves to apprehend Jo. Under interrogation, Jo is pressured to confess to being a North Korean spy, presented with damning evidence of her training, in a special facility for the North Korean Labor Party. Watching the interrogation on a monitor, Park is incensed by Jo's refusal to admit guilt. Driven by a mix of anger and desperation, Park confronts Kim, who challenges him to review the evidence implicating Jo as a spy. Despite his inner conflict, Park maintains a facade of anger towards Jo, concealing his true desire to free her. In a parallel development, Kim learns that Agent Yang has regained consciousness. Swiftly, he orders his men to fortify and monitor Agent Yang's room, anticipating a crucial revelation. A struggle ensues between Park and Kim over Agent Yang's statements, ultimately leading to a startling revelation. Agent Yang, upon regaining his senses, discloses that Dong Lim's true identity is Lee Yong-soo, the head of North Korea's Strategy Unit 35. He reveals crucial dates of Lee Yong-soo's travels to Osaka and Tokyo in 1982 and 1983. Armed with this information, Kim's assistant delves into South Korean intelligence personnel stationed in Osaka and Tokyo during those periods. As suspicions intensify, Kim turns his gaze towards Bang, suspecting her to be the elusive Dong Lim. The intricate web of espionage tightens around Park and Kim, as they navigate a treacherous landscape of betrayal and deceit, all while wrestling with their personal loyalties and motivations. Amidst rising suspicions and mounting tension, Park begins to suspect Kim as a potential funder of North Korean spies. A fierce confrontation ensues between the two, fueled by Park's growing doubts. In a moment of rage, Kim recalls a harrowing event from 3 years prior, the military coup and subsequent 10-day massacre orchestrated by the current president. As a soldier, Kim found himself unable to stomach the brutality of the massacre, leading to a deep-seated anger towards the regime. Meanwhile, Park's assistant takes Bang to Park's residence, where shocking revelations unfold. Bang reveals her findings of Kim's collusion with Jupiter Corporation, a group planning a revolutionary act to overthrow the dictatorial president. Their target? The cryptic passcode Peter, signifying the South Korean president. Further investigation leads Bang to delve into the list of intelligence officers who traveled to Osaka and Tokyo during critical dates. Suspiciously, she finds Park's name linked to Tokyo on May 11, 1983, under the alias Cha Hyung-dae. This discovery raises red flags, especially as she notes the absence of a return flight for the same name from Osaka. Recalling her role in forging Park's passport for a past operation, Bang begins to connect the dots, suspecting Park's involvement as Dong Lim. In a shocking turn, Kim's assistant betrays him, revealing Park's supposed identity as Dong Lim. Tragically, this revelation leads to the assistant's demise, as Park finds himself captured and tortured, initially believing Kim to be behind his capture. However, the truth reveals a more complex reality. Park learns that he has been apprehended by the head of the North Korean Armed Forces Ministry, amidst a dispute within North Korean intelligence factions. While Park's group advocates for a peaceful revolution, another faction seeks war to seize control of South Korea. Realizing their shared goal of preventing unnecessary suffering, Kim implores Park to head to a hilltop temple and await rescue. Despite their differences, they unite against the looming threat of North Korean aggression. Their paths converge in Bangkok, where the South Korean president's life hangs in the balance. A heated debate ensues, as Park reveals the North Korean plan to assassinate the South Korean president and subsequently invade the country. In a race against time, they confront each other, while the North Korean army lurks, poised for action. As the president's car approaches the main gate, the truth is unveiled. Reporter Kang, a seemingly innocuous figure, is exposed as a North Korean spy. In a swift move, Park eliminates the threat, but not without casualties. Tragically, Kim loses his life in the chaos, leaving Park to face the aftermath. He releases Kim's wife, who had been wrongly accused of treason, bringing her closure amidst her grief. In a poignant moment, Park reunites with Jo, knowing her true identity as the North Korean envoy assigned to monitor him. Despite this revelation, Park's love for her as a daughter remains unwavering. In an act of kindness, he forges a passport for her, offering a chance at a new life, free from the shadows of espionage. Finally, with his mission complete and the tumultuous saga coming to an end, Park passes away, leaving behind a legacy of sacrifice, love, and the unwavering pursuit of peace, amidst the chaos of espionage and political intrigue. The end. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this. Turn on the notifications, and leave a like to help the channel out.